As India reels under a fierce second wave of COVID and lockdown fears loom, but the companies as well as consumers are better prepared now and there is no panic buying because consumers know well that essential goods including food will be available. This is what Mr. R.S. Sodhi told CNBC TV this week. Sodhi said that demand for essentials like milk and curd is not impacted, but they are seeing a slight decline in demand for items which are not essential. Essential products like milk we are selling much more than last year same month, 20 to 25% more. But we could see more impact in demand because of people's earning have been reduced. But it is not a major thing. Categories like ice creams compared to last week of March or first week of April, demand has gone down by 30 to 40%, whereas it should have increased by 20 to 30% because of summer. Same is in case of HoReCa segment products. Butter, cheese demand has gone down 40 to 50%. So overall food, 2 to 3% impact has already come compared to the last week of March or first week of April. Amul has over 3.6 million farmers, 18,700 societies, 5,000 milk tankers going to 200 chilling stations apart from 62 branches, 10,000 distributors and 1 million retailers. I knew what was happening at every point. Where were tankers being stopped, in which village milk had not been collected and in which market our tankers could not go, says R.S. Sodhi, MD GCMMF. Sodhi could accomplish this seemingly impossible feat with the help of location-based technology or Geographic Information System GIS. This refers to any technology that uses real-time location mapping to function. Government decided to use location-based services to map land ownership and track implementation of schemes on the ground. The corporate sector caught up and started using live location tracking for logistics planning, proximity-based marketing, workforce management and even fraud prevention. The rising demand means location-based services are expected to generate revenues worth rupees 1 lakh crore by 2029, says a report by DST. For the past 5 years, the sector has grown at a healthy 30% CAGR on the back of adoption by e-commerce players and ride-hailing food delivery apps, says Rohan Verma, CEO, MapMyIndia. India's leading farm-to-consumer dairy digitization service provider, Stallops Technology, celebrated 10 years of digitizing the Indian dairy sector on the 20th of this month. Founded in 2011, Stallops has successfully applied its SmartMove platform to touch over 2.6 million farmers, 1 million cattle, and 11.5 million liters of milk each day within a decade. The founding team addressed all employees virtually on the occasion. Stallops' founding team recalled how they had set out to tackle the challenges of productivity, quality, and traceability in the dairy sector at scale. Reflecting back on the 10-year journey, Ranjit Mukundam, CEO and co-founder, said, "It has been an extremely gratifying decade of using deep tech to create impact for smallholder farmers and a privilege and honor to lead a fantastic team and stakeholders across the ecosystem towards realizing this vision." Highlighting the importance of fintech in driving financial inclusion and boosting farmer income, Rahul Malik, CEO Fintech and Value-Added Services, shared that through MooPay, Stallops has been rendering financial services for smallholder farmers. As per Mr. R.S. Sodhi, for any company, the brand is the biggest asset. People, factories will change over time, but the brand is the ageless asset for any organization. You want to build an asset when you get it at the lowest possible price. We realized that the lockdown was the best time to build this precious asset. Dr. Kurian said that if you want to show faith, work above the faith, which is what we know as blind faith. Advertising is the blind faith that Amul has. We don't question it and don't check if it's working or not, said Mr. Sodhi. The biggest challenge Amul faced when the first lockdown was announced last year was how to communicate to stakeholders. For us, consumers are a part of Amul family. So we realized when a family member is in distress, we need to communicate more, so we advertise more. The advice to any marketer is that advertising is like breathing. Don't stop breathing when you are in difficulty. Breathe more than. With these lessons, Sodhi said, if we do enter the next lockdown, I don't think any brand will reduce advertising now. A joint decision taken by the dairy farmers in Chhattisgarh's Balod district to throw away 1500 liters of milk down the drain Delhi has invited wrath and criticism by the people, even as the district administration stated that during the lockdown they are allowed to sell the milk at fixed hours. Farmers of a local dairy group, Ganga Maiya Dairy Producing and Processing Cooperative Society, have so far dumped over 4,500 litres of milk, costing nearly Rs 2 lakh during the last 3-4 days. This is absolutely unacceptable. The milk can be given to the patients at COVID care centers and hospitals, and even to the needy persons, and also among those keeping the fast during Navratri and the month of Ramadan. We are facing some restriction after the lockdown being imposed. We receive over 1500 litres milk daily from the dairy farmers and allowed to sell the milk only outside the counter. But we could barely sell around 150 litres. We don't have any storage facility nor any scope to use of the remaining milk except to dump it in the drain or culvert, said Gautam. Packaged food company Nestle India on April 20th reported a 14.65% jump in March quarter net profit at 602 crore, slightly ahead of street estimates, as the company reported double-digit growth in domestic sales and key brands reported strong growth helped by in-home consumption. Revenue from operations for the quarter ended 31st March was up 8.5% at 3,610.82 crore from the 3,325.27 crore it reported in the year-ago period. The maker of Maggi noodles reported a 10.2% jump in domestic sales that stood at 3,442 crore for the quarter, as key brands in its portfolio benefiting from at-home consumption posted double-digit growth, which the company said was broad-based and largely driven by volumes and mix. The company, however, said that recent sharp escalations in key raw material prices is posing a challenge. It especially pointed to headwinds in commodity and packaging materials. Key brands such as Maggi noodles, KitKat, Nescafe Classic, Maggi sauces, Milkmaid and Maggi Masala Magic performed well and achieved double-digit growth. EBITDA margin expanded 168 basis points year-on-year and gross margins expanded by 223 basis points year-on-year. Global dairy prices as per latest auctions held on April 20th at GTT platform is down by 0.1% since last fortnight, and average dairy price index is $4,110 per metric ton. The prices of various commodities are as follows. Anhydrous milk fat $6,003 down by 0.1%, butter $5,736 up by 0.6%, cheddar cheese $4,436 up by 1.2%, lactose $1,260 down by 3.4%, skim milk powder $3,365 no difference, whole milk powder $4,097 up by 0.4%. Indian dairy commodities prices are almost at par for SMP but are far below the AMF and butter category, so it gives Indian processors an opportunity to export fat-based products.
Thanks for watching Dairy News 7x7 channel with news update from last 7 days. To continue receiving update from this channel, I Kuldeep Sharma request you to subscribe this channel and share and like the video, and also don't forget to press the bell icon. Thank you.